So hello everyone, welcome to another episode of Let's Hear from the Experienced. So today we have a very special guest with us, a very dear friend of mine since school days, none other than Mr. Sreejan. Sreejan, welcome to Placement Buddies.
Thank you, Apurba. Thanks for the invitation.
It's my pleasure.
And okay,
तो सृजन शुरू करने से पहले अगर तुम अपने बारे में कुछ बताओ हमारे व्यूअर्स को ब्रीफली.
okay, Apurba. You know me since school days.
Yes.
Myself, Sreejan Roy. I studied my schooling from NIT Agartala, and I passed out from National Institute of Technology, Agartala. I have done my BTech in Electrical Engineering branch, and now I am selected in CGI as a post of software engineer.
Okay. So Sreejan, as we all know that you have been placed in CGI. So CGI पहले कब आया था NIT अगरतला पे and eligibility criteria क्या था?
Okay. General eligibility criteria जो होता है ना वो है 60% in all 10th, 12th and our up to 7th or 6th semester is the general. और CGI आया था जनवरी में approximately around 10 to 12 जनवरी के 10 और 12 में वो उसका रिटर्न MCAT में हुआ था एग्जाम और देन 15 to 16 में हमारा इंटरव्यू हुआ और 23 जनवरी पे हमारा रिजल्ट निकल गया था.
Okay. So Sreejan, what was the selection procedure of CGI?
Okay, first of all, there is a different way to say that because someday they ask for different number of rounds, right? First of all, the main important round is the aptitude test. It's in aptitude test. There is approximately 50 to 60 questions plus two to three coding questions will be there. And now in aptitude, the main portion is there is a three-part in aptitude test. Number one is quantitative, second one is logical, and third one is verbal.
Okay.
The three of them has an equal weightage in there in our examination, and two coding question asked from data structure and algorithm. It's a basic coding questions, pseudo coding questions in there.
Okay. तो उसके बाद शायद से टेक्निकल राउंड और एचआर राउंड था.
यस, देन टेक्निकल राउंड. मेरा पहला जो टेक्निकल राउंड था ना CGI पे, तो ये कोई श्योरिटी नहीं है कि टेक्निकल राउंड एक भी बार होगा. सम ऑफ आवर फ्रेंड्स गॉट 2 कॉल्स फ्रॉम द टेक्निकल राउंड, सो इट डिपेंड्स. बट मेरा एक ही राउंड में हुआ था. फर्स्ट ऑफ ऑल लेट्स टॉक अबाउट द टेक्निकल राउंड. इस टेक्निकल राउंड में जो मेन क्वेश्चन पूछता है ना वो कुछ भी हो सकता है. ये टेक्निकल राउंड लिखने के लिए है टेक्निकल राउंड, लेकिन कुछ भी सकता है वो लोग. तो मेरा फर्स्ट क्वेश्चन था व्हाई आई एम हियर फॉर द आईटी जॉब. तो उसने वो इसका आंसर मैंने दिया. तो ये सब प्रिपेयर कर रखा था क्योंकि मेरा ब्रांच डिफरेंट था. So I have done my preparation so well and I have gone. Now the main part of the interview is your resume. It is the most important part. Let me tell you about a story. In my early interviews, I have learned fewer lectures and wrote it in my resume. Suppose I learned this language, I wrote it in my resume. Only for 3 hours I wrote it in my resume. But it is the main blunder I have done in my first placement sessions. So I did not get placed, but I got laterally. Then I only wrote what is my only strength, right? So first strength जो एक चीज चाहिए सबको वो है C और C++ का नॉलेज. ये दो चीज मस्ट और मस्ट है. ये दो चीज का नॉलेज नहीं होगा तो प्लेसमेंट बहुत इट विल बी इम्पॉसिबल. तो C और C++ में नॉलेज के लिए तो बेसिक C और C++ का जो YouTube हो गया और Geeks for Geeks हो गया, ये सब वेबसाइट बहुत हेल्प किया मेरे लिए. तो C और C++ के बाद और जो एक चाहिए जो कॉन्फिडेंस. तो फर्स्ट ऑफ ऑल यू हैव टू स्पीक bravely. Sometimes one of my interviews in our placement session, there is a difficult question asked, not in time of technical difficulties, in time of you can hesitate to talk. So you have to prepare for that question. So all these questions asked in my technical round interview, right? There is no hard and fast rule that you have to. They will ask only technical round. And the most important thing in technical round is that in C++, the most important thing is that object orientation or object oriented programming. They ask a lot of questions from there, right? Uh, they asked in the another round they asked about my projects, why I have done this project, what will help this project in our company, in CGI or in other company. So in that kind of question asked, right? And coming back to resume, you have to know all about your projects up to bottom. You have to know all of this your project. You have done one, right one, but you know well. You want they want to know every little bit about it. They have approximately 20 to 30 year experience.
Yes.
वो इंटरव्यू लेके एकदम बुढ़ा हो गया है सब लोग. तो ये मत समझो कोई धप्पा मार देगा तुम्हें, तो
Yes.
वो पकड़ लेगा तुम्हें तुम्हारा धप्पा.
Yes.
So second thing, मेरा इंटरव्यू टेक्निकल इंटरव्यू राउंड गया. तो after that, within an hour, I got confirmation for my HR interview round. Okay, for HR interview, surprisingly, there is no tough questions in my case. Okay, I think that must be for the HR. But they asked me about because I am from the state board, right? So after seeing my resume, they asked why you are interested in computer, and this is the main train question. And he asked to tell it about 10 minutes.
Okay.
I have to tell him about that for 10 minutes. So I have to prepare all this question. You need to prepare. There is a lot of websites that what kind of question are asked. So I prepare that one. So I give that one. So this kind of tricky questions, this kind of question will be asked from me. So that's little bit of my interview session.
ओके गुड गुड गुड. सो सृजन, जैसे कि तुमने बताया कि ऑनलाइन राउंड में एक मतलब कोडिंग सेक्शन भी होता है जिसमें 2 कोडिंग क्वेश्चन पूछा गया था, तो उसके लिए शायद कंपैरेटिव कोडिंग मतलब रिक्वायर्ड होगा. तो तुमने कंपैरेटिव कोडिंग कब से करना शुरू किया था, और अगर किया था तो कौन सी वेबसाइट में प्रैक्टिस किया था?
You know, my branch is electrical, but there is 2 subjects. In my first year, there is C, and in my 4th semester, there is a C++ language. So I know little bit of basics about it, but I did not know about the competitive coding till Corona. When the Corona vacation, they gave the Corona vacation. So I went to some websites. The main website I like the most is HackerRank for the beginners. Those who know nothing about that, for the beginners only know the language. For the beginners, I must say HackerRank is the most simple to go to the competitive coding or something like that. And I must say that HackerRank के बहुत से स्टार होता है. जितना भी भरोगे एक एक करके तुमने 10 किया 1 स्टार, 100 किया 2 स्टार, ऐसे ऐसे करके जाता है. तो इससे मेरा थोड़ा एक्सपीरियंस हुआ था. तो some of my friend helped me, like I have to name them, like Deep Jyoti from CSE department, Shubhrasho
Yes.
CSE department. They helped me a lot
Yes.
for this my coding, and I think that will be enough for the coding round, because they did not ask the too hard question in the coding examination round. So that is enough for that. You have, if you do at least near about 150 coding in the HackerRank or HackerRank, both are the same. But I must say, don't go code chef. It is very tough for the beginner. Don't go for code chef for the on-campus placement. I will say that.
ओके सो गुड. तो शायद से तुम जब टेक्निकल राउंड में गए थे तो वहाँ पे तो मतलब कॉम्पिटिटिव कोडिंग इतना मैटर नहीं करता, वहाँ पे थियोरेटिकल नॉलेज मैटर करता है. सो बीइंग अ नॉन सीएसई गाय, कौन कौन सा सब्जेक्ट तुमने प्रिपेयर किया था टेक्निकल राउंड के लिए?
Okay, first of all, I only prepared what I have written in my resume. Right, I have written first I have done so many mistakes, but in last 3 or 4 months, I have written only what I know very well. I only write C and C++, nothing else, and little bit of SQL. I gave the rating about it. I know little bit of SQL. I write in my resume. So ये 3 चीज अगर कोई जानता है, अच्छे से जानता है, तो इट इज एनफ फॉर हिम फॉर द इंटरव्यू सेशन.
ओके मतलब
Because
तुम कहना चाहते हो कि वो लोग ज़्यादा क्वांटिटी नहीं चाहते, मतलब तुम जो भी लिखो मतलब क्वालिटी होना चाहिए, उसके ऊपर तुम्हारा अच्छे से
Yes,
ग्रास्प होना चाहिए।
yes. Because they ask first. Another thing I have to tell, one of my interview experience, that I wrote JavaScript at the time. तो मुझे JavaScript का सिर्फ लैंग्वेज आता है और कुछ नहीं आता है JavaScript का, क्यों क्या क्या कर सकते हैं, तो इम्प्लीमेंटेशन भी नहीं आता। तो मैंने लिख दिया रिज्यूमे में JavaScript, तो कुछ नहीं दिखा। सी मेरा फर्स्ट सी प्लस प्लस कुछ भी नहीं दिखा। मेरा फर्स्ट क्वेश्चन JavaScript से पूछा है, मेरा फर्स्ट क्वेश्चन JavaScript से, और मैं आंसर नहीं कर पाया। तो
ओके
don't write anything in the resume if you don't know about that.
ओके ओके ओके। तो उसके बाद जब एचआर राउंड हुआ, तो जैसे कि तुमने एचआर राउंड के बारे में भी एक्सप्लेन किया, तो उसके लिए तुम प्रिपेयर कैसे किए थे अपने आप को?
Okay, there is a lot of basic questions that HR asks, right? Why are you choosing IT? Why do not you shift IT? Something like my CGPA was at time was 7.7, right? So they asked me why your CGPA is in the average category. They ask about a lot of question that hurt you most, and you hesitate to ask that type of question. And one of my interview, they asked what is your strength, what is your weakness, and everybody knows his strength. When you answer the weakness, when you say tell me about your weaknesses, then it will be little bit of complicated to answer. That I first of all I combined all questions. I wrote all the question. What can I answer? I practiced a lot, so it will be give a helpful situation for the interview.
Okay, okay, okay. So Srijan, as you said, the project played important role in your interview session. So being an student of electrical, what kind of project, what kind of IT project you did?
Okay. Uh, Surprisingly, all of my project can be transformed to IoT, right?
Okay.
So what I have project done, because all of my because of my branch is electrical, I have done to electrical or electronics department. I have done all my project in electrical and electronics subject. But I, because there is an all, the main thing is that कि ज्यादातर प्लेसमेंट आईटी में ही होता है। ये बात मेरे दिमाग में था कि ज्यादातर प्लेसमेंट आईटी में होता है। मैक्स टू मैक्स 10 to 15 people will get in core. So there is a little bit of possibility I did not get the job from the placement. So from the third year, when the project started, so my group done all the projects regarding that will be transformed to IoT, or that will be controlled from the remote mobile phone, something like that. That will involve electronics, but if I want to, it will transform to different devices that will control from the using your mobile network or using your laptop. So I have done this type of projects. So that's it.
Okay, okay. So if you can suggest some resources from where our viewers can do such projects.
Okay, there is a really website for Electricals for You. Electricals for You is a great website for the project session. So you will get a lot of electrical and electronic projects there. But I will say you will come up with your new ideas.
Okay.
Because new idea means it is not to be a truly new idea, I must say, but come up with the idea that can develop you got some idea from the internet, you develop it and making another project, something
Yes.
like that.
Yes. Yes. So सृजन, जैसे कि मुझे पर्सनली पता है कि तुमने पहले 14 इंटरव्यू दिए थे और रिजेक्ट हो गए थे, उसके बाद तुम CGI में सिलेक्ट हुए, तो मतलब वो रिजेक्शन को कैसे हैंडल किया जाए?
Okay, first of all, my first interview was in the Deloitte company, right? So the interviewer in the technical round, interviewer asked a difficult question to me, and I did not know about any answer. So he told me one line that why you want to come in IT? You don't. Please change your line and work in the core. Also, that will be little bit of what. That was my first interview in Deloitte. That hurt me the most. Then I work on my communication skills, and then I work on my resume, my and technical skills and my coding skills, aptitude. Then gradually it helped me a lot. And after 14 interviews, it's a both online, on campus and off campus both. So after 14 interviews, I got the placements. And after getting the lot of rejection, so डिप्रेशन भी आ जाता है बहुत. तो सरप्राइजिंगली ये मेरे केस में नहीं हुआ था. तो मैं बहुत सारे एप्टीट्यूड का तो रीजन नहीं, मैं ऑन कैंपस दिया, ऑफ कैंपस दिया, एप्टीट्यूड इसमें मेरा बहुत ही क्या बोलो बेनिफिट हुआ मेरे. तो सो डिप्रेशन का मेरे पास टाइम नहीं था. हर वीक ही एक एग्जाम था. डिप्रेशन दूंगा कभी, हर वीक एक एग्जाम, ऑन कैंपस रहे, ऑफ कैंपस रहे. तो ऐसे लगता है कि सम ऑफ माय क्लोज फ्रेंड्स विल गेट प्लेस्ड बिफोर मी, बट ये कुछ नहीं हो सकता कि ये कोई एडवांटेज नहीं है. ये कोई एडवांटेज नहीं है उन लोगों के लिए, बिकॉज हम लोग ज्वाइन जून जुलाई के बाद ही करेंगे सब. सो आई वर्क हार्ड फॉर दैट. सो डिप्रेशन इज नॉट द मेन थिंग हियर. द मेन थिंग हियर इज यू वर्क हार्ड एंड set a target for you. ये placement भी हो सकता है. Some of my friends are targeting the GATE examination. So GATE examination के लिए target करो. So बहुत कुछ हो सकता है, लेकिन placement session में इतना भी कुछ pressure भी नहीं था. लेकिन exam का pressure तो था, मुझे करना होगा, FT clear करना है, इसके बाद technical round भी clear करना है, बहुत सारे pressure. So keep cool yourself and do whatever you want.
Yes, obviously. So before ending the session, Sreejan, if you can give some tips to our viewers, the students who will be sitting in the next interview session.
Okay. Next interview session, at least start your preparation before 3 to 4 months of your placement session, because aptitude plays a lot. Aptitude plays a lot in the placement session. So you need to cope up with the speed, because maximum for 30 to 40 seconds you will get to answer every question. Yes. Aptitude, logical, or etc. Yes. So you need to speed up. So at least 3 to 4 month preparation required for the placement. And another thing is that you must work on your resume. There is a lots of video for the fresher to making the resume. So make a front. And another thing is, the rule of our college is make the whole resume in black and white, right? So don't put it in the Word format and give it to the HR or your TNP. Make it in default format. Here is a website for the resume format. There is lots of websites for resume. So you go there, you fill your document, fill your data, and make the resume from this website. So work on your resume, give them a good design, and do your project and know your project thoroughly. So it will give your big edge in your placement.
So good. Those were actually the valuable words, Sreejan. Thank you for being with us, and hope you have a great future ahead.
Thank you, Apurba.